Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mind Your Mental. Just a reminder that this podcast is not meant to be a substitute for a relationship with a licensed mental health professional. I know they are hard to find, and I get that. I have a bunch of resources on my website if you need them, but I am not your clinician. I am a psychologist, but I am not your psychologist. So if you need any specific help, please look for the help of a licensed mental health professional. Learn all you can learn from the podcast. Enjoy the episode.
One of the things I've also even noticed in therapy is that people, when they come on with different roles, like even as a parent or coming in a new career, they struggle with knowing who they are. I make people do this exercise where it's like, okay, I want you to tell me about yourself, but you cannot tell me in relation to anyone else. Like you can't tell me how you are as a mom. You can't tell me how you are as a coworker. Yeah. You can't do any aspect of your relationship to anyone else. And I find that people struggle with that.
Yeah.
Because they haven't gotten the chance to know themselves, or there's a fear. And I think your platform very much, even with all your books and everything, there's always like a prompt or a way to discuss it with your cousins and stuff like that, like the way that you bring everyone in. What kind of message would you have for people who feel as though maybe they're not deserving of time it takes to delve into themselves? Maybe they think they're being selfish when they want to focus on themselves. Because I always say selfish and self-care is not the same thing. What would you say to those people to be like, okay, no, this is good for you?
You know, I think being selfish is a part of self-care. We got to be selfish with our time sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. I think that the main thing is everything you described was who I was, right? I became a mom very early. At 19, me and my husband got together. I was already a stepmom because he had a baby in high school, right? And so I had my daughter at 22, 23 years old, 24, we was married. Like everything was very early for me. You don't know who you are at that age, right? And so just trying to discover like who I was many years later, it took a lot of like damage. It took a lot of backseating. It took a lot of fighting, force, conforming. It took a whole lot of these things that can hold a negative weight for me to realize this is not just who I am. I mean, yes, I'm a mama, I'm a wife, you know, I'm an actor, I'm all those things. But who is Tab? Just as the person, when you can't really answer simple things like, oh, what do you like to do without including anybody else, that's when you know you got an issue, right? Yeah, I do love spending time with my family, but I also love my alone time, right? I love, taking hikes. I love like just quiet workouts, which is weird because that's when I hear God speak to me a lot. But being able to answer those questions just on your own for yourself, it's hard for a lot of people. And I still struggle with it, even though I'm working through it every single day. Because healing is the journey, as I talk about, right? It's not like, oh, it's permanent. I'm healed. No, you could be triggered and fall back into something, or something can trigger you and you can have a moment. Healing is a constant journey that we have to do to work on ourselves, but we are all worthy, right? So the thing about feeling like we have to conform or we aren't good enough, that's a lie that we've been sold. But the truth is we're worthy of that, right? We're worthy to live in our freedom, live in our truth, be different, be exactly who God created us to be. And nothing is wrong with that. And I think once we get to the understanding of our worth, that we're worthy of this life, to live it the way we desire to live it, aside from anything else that's added to it, I think that's when we can get to the understanding of trying to be our true self.
Yeah, especially in the Black community, because mental health is inextricably linked with the way that the world treats us. And Black people get treated differently than anyone else in this world.
100%.
So I remember when I said I was going to go into psychology and mental health, you have those little graduation parties. And they were like, I thought you wanted to work with Black people. I said, I do want to work with Black people. Black people don't go to therapy. My loving family. And I was like, yeah,
you should have said,
think we need it.
That's why I want to do this.
I said, I feel like just this barbecue alone, I've seen at least 7 red flags that are concerning that need to be addressed.
I got my first clients right here.
But I'd be like, and when they asked that, I said, oh no, you couldn't pay me enough to work with you, Auntie. I love you so much though. I think you're amazing. I do have a great referral for you. It's not going to be me. Yeah. I respect our relationship enough. Okay. And I think I know enough to know that I can't work with you. But
because you're going to need therapy after
you're going to need
honey, I'm like, I didn't need to, no, I didn't need to know that.
Hey everyone, just a reminder that Mind Your Mental is not just a podcast. It is also a amazing community, if I do say so myself. It's phenomenal. I mean, you get more access to me. What more could you want in this life? So if you want to join the community, if you're not already on the community, go to my social media. My social media is the same, Raquel Martin, PhD, and DM me the word community so you can get details on joining this amazing flipping community. You get more access to me, y'all. Like, I'm a delight. All right. Hope to see you there.